Hello everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Doom PSX. From when we last left off, we've completed the waste tunnels and the crusher, and now into Dead Simple, which is one of the complex battle levels in the game. Now you know my previous two videos, I mentioned the depths of David Bowie and Alan Rickman. That's tough, but we know they were such brilliant actors during that time. But also, you remember I did mention some of the Christmas specials I watched. I forgot what to get doing. Let's see. I mean, I did also watch the one Christmas episode of Codename Kids Next Door, where we saw we saw the KNT battling Santa and the elves, but it turns out when Santa was tied up, the KNT were revealed to be like the delightful children from down the lane in disguise. I remember last year when I saw them again, I was like, no, not them! Because I do remember them. And oh yeah, I didn't get time to watch the Christmas episode of Johnny Bravo. And I mean, you know my mum loves Johnny Bravo. I mean, I still remember the cookie episode. That was so funny, man. It was like a parody of Green Eggs and Ham that I remember, from Dr. Seuss. I remember when Johnny was like, I will not buy them, not one box. I will not eat them with a fox. Not bake or sauce with locks. And don't tempt me with cockney cocks. That was funny, that. And he's like, I will not eat them, not one box. I will not eat them with a fox. Not a crunch, and not a swirl. I will not buy a little girl. I want no cookies, can't you see? Oh yeah, you've been wondering what I've been up to. And I've stayed in Britain when my mum and dad were away to Iceland, because it was my mum's 50th birthday coming up. I mean, I know my dad celebrated his 50th birthday when they went to Bruges, when I stayed at my grandma and granddad's. I stayed at my home this time. Then I had some company from my sister and her husband, who was her boyfriend, and their dog Ozzy. I mean, on Saturday, the last weekend, I've been round to my cousin's house in Acup to see her new baby named Oliver. Oh God! I mean, I had to practice feeding him and all that. I fed him milk, which reminds me, that's like the time I fed that baby calf one time at Keith's farm, my dad's friend. I do remember the cows there. And what else did I do? Oh yeah. Saturday night, my auntie Mandy had practiced to do the voice of Karen, Plankton's computer wife. My SpongeBob audiobook project, Rotten Recipe, from my annual, that was from 2011. That's because no one on Casting Call Club or behind the voice actors wanted to audition for Karen. So I decided to have her for Karen, which what I was thinking, which by the way, once I'm done with Rotten Recipe, I'll get that uploaded around March time. And which by the way, I've watched Jackson Trent's second trailer of Bionicle Ignition Season 3, which I'm very looking forward to. So I don't know if I'll hear my voice for Pterodax in the final video. I mean, you should hear me in my audition for it. I did last year in July. I mean, I was up all night doing the auditions. Where I did audition for Chirox, Vampire, Mutran, Icarex and Pterodax. But I didn't get around to doing like Antros and all that. I didn't audition for like Tahu and Onua and Takanuva and Pohatu and Kopaka. I mean I'd be good as Onua. Like, let's see here. Like there's nothing like controlling the earth when you're on the ground. I feel like Kopaka in a blizzard. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Onua goes like this. It's time you Makuta learn the simple truth. Attack one tower maneuver, and you attack us all. I mean, how's that, eh? Anyway, let's get around to the action in Dead Simple. I've been going on forever about my chatting. Oh, the music you'll hear right now is the one we've already heard in the military base, and Unholy Cathedral, and Baron's Lair and Final Doom. Let's get that, and the double-barreled shotgun. Oh, you may remember the switch from the BFG edition. This is a different switch compared to what we saw in the BFG edition of Hell on Earth. Although no Rest for the Living wasn't made for this version, because they made it for when Doom and Doom 2 were out on Xbox Live Arcade. Anyway, let's see what awaits us. Holy moly! It's Mancubus again! Ow. I still need to avoid it. Let's take care of the ones on the ground first. You have to admit, fighting the Mancubus is very hard to dodge their fireballs. Let's get rid of them chubbies this week. I remember facing them for the first time in this level. Which, by the way, if you play Doom 64, there's a level identical to this one called Even Simpler. Which is kind of like this one, except more harder with more waves of enemies. Let's get the partial invisibility here. I still need to take care of the Mancubi on these platforms up there. But I do just like what the Cyberdemon did in Tower of Babel. You have to admit, dodging the Mancubi's fireballs is very hard to do. Is he dead? Nope. Look at that. I mean, I feel like fighting my own dad and his friends. Grab them rocket right. Let's get back to the double-barreled shotgun. Now we've killed the Mancubi, there's something even far worse coming up. Yep, you've guessed it. It's them guys! The Arachnotrons! It's gonna be hard to avoid their plasma shots while they're in groups. Well, this is the level where they make their introduction, them Arachnotrons. Which, by the way, these Arachnotrons look very similar to the Spider Mastermind from the first actual Doom game. Whereas this time their chain guns have been replaced with plasma guns. Remember that line from the Doom 2 review from 1994, I think. The double-barreled shotgun here is it's a good weapon to use against these Arachnotrons. I remember seeing that in action on my real final Doom, where I've seen the demo of it before we went on to the actual game. Ah! Mind you, let's see if I can chainsaw them again. I don't think it'll be worth it, but it's worth a shot. Nope! I still can't chainsaw them! I remember trying that in my original Let's Play of Ultimate Doom on the PlayStation. Like I did what Tiny King 10 did. There's one right over there! There's two more of them! Mind you, anyway. As soon as I take care of this Arachnotron, I'm gonna do some more talking and stuff. And oh yeah, once you kill them, this opens up, this raises up. Which, by the way, now is a good time to lower them platforms that Mancubi were on. And let's pick up all the remaining items we can before we exit the level. Anyway, remember me talking about Bionicle Ignition Season 3 about my voice for Onua. I mean, you can't imagine me as the voice of Onua. I mean, he was one of my favourite Toas when I first got him. I mean, I wish I could have kept him in his Mystica form. When the Toa were engaged in a final battle with the Makuta in Kalda Nui. And that was before the energy storms erupted as part of rising Mata Nui from his deep sleep. I mean, all the Makuta were obliterated by the energy storms. But apart from one, which was Pterodax, who had successfully completed his plan of taking over Mata Nui's robotic body. You may remember in The Legends Reborn, which is the movie, where the robot's eyes turned red, which indicates that Pterodax had taken control of the Matoran universe that was built within it. Also, if you watch the final battle video, you may have seen the robot rising from where the island of Mancubi was. Anyway, better go around and see if I don't think we'll pick the Berserker pack for the time being. Anyway, pressing these switches will do the same, taking you to the next level. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the infamous level of all in Doom 2. Tricks and traps. I mean, this level, the reason why it's infamous, because you'll have to wait and see. Here we are, Tricks and Traps itself. Oh, the music you were listening to is the one we've already heard in Hell Beneath. Now, with Tricks and Traps, it's a very infamous and complicated level for the first time. I remember seeing that when I was young. Though it's very hard to get through. Although, back to the basics here. You basically start in this room here, with a series of doors around you here. And there's basically two doors that require keys here. And that's the yellow door, and this one is the red door. Now, to the left of the red door is the door that we're going to go through first. And we'll kill that... There's a Cacodeme here. We'll kill him right now. And he's dead. Now, open this door here. This bound of hell appears and he teleports behind you. So be prepared for that and be ready for him. Now with him out of the way. And now there's the door after that, but we're gonna have a looky here. Okay, there's some bounds here, but we're not gonna go through that just yet. Now let's see here. Where to go through next? Let's go through this door right there to the north. To my north, I mean. Let's kill this imp right here. And as you may remember, this room is the one with lots of cacodemons. Guess we'll use the... Mind you, we've got the plasma gun in handy. Which, by the way, used it on the huge number of cacos here. Just a few to cut down the number of them. I've learned that off from Big Mac Davis, who did his walkthrough of Doom 2. And once the number is down, you have to use the double-barreled shotgun to finish off the last. Oh yeah, there's a switch here, which you have to flip, which is critical for a secret. And to the right of the Cacodemon room is the door we're going to go through next. And you see those imps here instead of pinkies. You want to know why they replaced the pinky demons with imps here? The reason why is because there was so much. The reason why is you only do that because of limited storage space. And we'll grab these box of rockets right over there. And, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, when you pick up these rockets, these stairs will raise, which will take us to the imp area, which is the Pinky Demon area in the PC version of Doom 2. And there's a, flip that switch here, that open, nope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, if you flip that switch right here, it raises up that door so you can escape once you're done. Oh, I can see the imp in the distance right over there. You can tell because of that fireball coming towards me. Let's kill him first. I missed him. And oh yeah, the other switch I flipped raises that first door there, but there's the second door right here. Which, by the way, if you flip that switch in the Cacodemon room, that was the second door that was required. Now, there's a soul sphere here. Now, what Big Mac Davis said, it's the calm before the storm, everybody. Once you go up on that ledge here, now what Big Mac Davis would do is he would shoot that face and run past the demons, find that wall where the Baphomet was, and get the BFG out and use it on those imps here. By the way, they were if they can press the pinkies in this version. Now I better see if I can try and save that soul sphere for later on. So I'm gonna inch my way past here. Now that's what Big Mac Davis did during this walkthrough. Now the reason why the reason I'm saving that for later is you have to find out. Oh yeah, if you're careful enough, you can sneak past in this corridor to take care of the enemies. Okay, now not many people are lucky to inch that pathway. Mind you, not many people are very lucky to inch their way past through that soul sphere here. Now with that room done, we're gonna go through this room right here. In this room, what I would generally do is I better fire this shot and let the imps come to me, because I really don't want to rush into this room here because it's another trap. And once you get your BFG out, you can use it on those imps right over there. You can use the BFG to cut down the number of these imps, instead of using the rocket launcher all the time. Whoa, one of them just teleported up there. Let's take care of him first. I mean, I know this level way too well. I mean, this can be very tricky for the first time, for anyone who's playing it for the first time. Now, to the door on my east is the room where you see these teleporters here. Now you can take these teleporters if you want. They'll take you to the same area. Now if you shoot that face right here, you get access to somewhere more secret. Yep, you've guessed it. There's 2 cacos in your way, and a pair of imps instead of specters that you may remember from my BFG edition. Oh my! Oh crud! No! Oh, thank God! I'm so lucky here. Oh, thank God for that. I nearly died. Oh. Oh yeah, we have cacodemons here instead of pain elementals. Ah! Now, how am I gonna get to those med packs? Oh yeah, to use that teleporter again. Because I don't want to go into that other room where the barons are later. Let's grab these while we're at it. Ah, that's more better. Better check to see if I even missed any health around here. Oh yeah, there's some stim packs. How can I miss them out? There's a med pack here. I'll save that for when I need it. Now we can go through the door to myself. You know, that room where we see lots of... Now, here we go again. And yet you see, this room has a lot of Barons of Hell and far worse, the Cyberdemon. But what we're going to do here is we're going to let the Cyberdemon and the Barons of Hell fight it out to the death. Oh yeah, I remember trying to go past the Barons of Hell because I was wanting to get the yellow key, passing the Cyberdemon while they were fighting. But the Cyberdemon got the best of me. Yep, you see, we're going to let them fight it out. Oh no, yeah, I forgot to mention. Once you enter this room and the door closes, you can't go back out. So, it's a trap. What you want to do here is try and get the Cyberdemon to infight with all of the Barons around him. Most often, the Barons will win. They'll kill the Cyberdemon. Oh, you see all that Baron teleport right there. Now you need to be careful because where that soul spear is a monster-only teleporter. If any of the monsters walk up to those stairs, they'll teleport in the start area. And that's never a good thing. So try not to let that happen. But if it does, it does. Oh, you saw the Barons of Hell let out that roar, you may remember. That's because the Cyberdemon is now dead. So now we'll use the rocket launcher here and the invulnerability to kill all the Barons. And we'll kill off the remaining Barons that just teleported. Oh yeah, the Barons will come through that door and they'll try to cock... The barons that teleport out of here, they'll come through that door and they'll try to cock block you from the side. Well... Oh yeah, we'll kill off this baron while we're at it. Oh, he got smushed. We'll grab that soul spear here. You can save that for later if you want to. Now we can pick up the yellow key and flip this switch. That actually opens up the locked door so you can escape. And oh yeah, you're an Ultimate Mantoid Let's Play. He went out of the room while he saw the Cyberdemon. Now, you know the Cyberdemon in the PC version of Doom 2 in this level. He will not... let's see, the Cyberdemon in the PC version. He will not go after... He will not stomp around if he's not being attacked by any monster, or if you don't fire. And sometimes in this version of Doom, for what the Cyberdemon tends to do, is that he will still stomp around, which means that he will go up those stairs here. You saw the Cyberdemons, who was there? Now, sometimes in this version, he can still stomp around, which means he can walk up those stairs, teleport out here, and wreck your day. Now, you remember seeing him teleport in my past Let's Plays of Doom 2 on this version, and Doom 2 in the BFG edition, which was twice he did that, but he's not done that now. But now we can take care of that last remaining Baron here. Which, by the way, we won't see them again until later on, towards the end. Now we have the yellow key in our... Now we have the yellow key in our possession, which means we could go through the yellow door here. And this is another one of them traps here. That's another calm before the storm. Once you grab the red key here, run past the imps and run past the Hell Knights here, and then try and get that vulnerability that Hell Knight was protecting. Oh yeah. The invulnerability here really does help out a lot. And we'll flip the switch right here. Which, by the way, that switch raises up this platform right here. Well, because it went down when you grabbed the red key. And now with that done, we're gonna go and backtrack to that soul sphere I saved. That's the reason why I saved it. So I can come back for it later on. That's what Big Mac Davis did in this Let's Play of Doom 2. And oh yeah, the reason why it saved that is because we're gonna go through the red door right over there. That's the red door there, which has a final that's the infamous red door right here, which has a final trap behind it. Yep, you've guessed it. This is the infamous trap of all, because once you I don't think I'll ever do this now in this version, but I did try that successfully last time. And oh yeah, my advice is, once you step on one of those pillars there, they will lower and they will not raise up ever again. So if you fall down there, you're trapped. Oh yeah, what you could do instead is run at that first... Oh yeah, let me try again. Once you step on those pillars there, they will lower and they will not raise up ever again. So if you fall down there, you're trapped. But my advice is, if you remember the advice, remember what Big Mac Davis said, what you could do instead is run on that... That's so lame. Let me try again. Now, what you could do instead is run on that first pillar and then run backwards. And when you're back in this room, go into the Cacodemon room, and one of these this teleporter right here will open up, which will actually take you to the other side of the pillar bridge. So that's just in case if you mess up or you want to just decide to take the easy way. What the? Where'd that come from? Okay, where did that just came from? Better check. I have no idea where that came from, but... Better check. Where did that sound come from? Well, there's no one here. Oh yeah, but I forgot to pick up that armor. Okay, I'm not sure about doing this trap now, but I remember the gorge walk I did up in the lakes. But if I can't do it, okay, I'm feeling a bit nervous now. What if I fall down there? Let's give this a shot. Okay, my heart's pounding with fear right now. I mean, I remember falling down there last time. Let's give this a shot. Oh, I've fallen into the trap. Like, no, it's very hot here. Help! Help! Yep, you see what I mean? Once you fall down there, there's no escape. And I'll see you next time as we try and successfully go through this level.